FM reminds our listeners that the views and opinions expressed on this show are those of the host and guests and not necessarily the opinions of the owners of Global Communications Network and the operators of this radio.
5fm.com. Express yourself live on Global Radio 99.5 FM.
Good afternoon, Bahamas. This is Professor Sidney Walter Thompson on the Global Radio Network 99.5 FM. I'm delighted to be here. I think this is an exciting time in the Bahamas. So many things are happening so fast in the Commonwealth of the Bahamas today. Events are moving so rapidly you could hardly keep up with it. And I'm delighted to be live on radio 5 days a week. Thankful to the management of this radio station to speak freely. And let me tell people that there is freedom of expression in the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. The Constitution guarantees you that. Now, of course, maybe some other places where they may not fully understand constitutional law, you have persons who will make mistakes because they haven't been told better. But I'm here to tell you better because I know better. There are many violations of the Constitution, both in the public sector and in the private sector. The point is, what I heard today on the news or on the radio, events happening in the House of Assembly today are very shocking. And there'll be some clips we will bring to you as we go into the show. The point is, Bahamians, we are in serious trouble. You know, I warned you about that before. You haven't seen the worst of it yet. What happened today in the House of Assembly today is just a little tip of the iceberg. I'm going to tell you right now, as I warned you many times in the past, Bahamians, be prepared for a very rough ride before it even gets better. If we don't do anything to save the Commonwealth of the Bahamas, as a people, as a nation, we're going to be in trouble. We're in deep trouble right now. I heard some announcements on one of the other radio stations about a demonstration or a protest that was supposed to be held, and they asked the people to join them and come out and so on. I didn't know exactly who it was or what entity it was, but I understood later on it was the Free National Movement that was having a protest downtown. And they did have that protest today, and some things went down. And, you know, there was a report out there, and they had, I think they said 300 or more persons out there for this particular protest. And there was a casket that was in the protest, and the casket had the Bahamas flag draped over it. I don't know what that's supposed to mean, but are we denigrating the flag of the Commonwealth of the Bahamas by doing that? I don't think nobody of House of Assembly, the Senate was in the casket. I don't think so. But this is what was done in the demonstration. They draped the Bahamian flag over the casket. Was that proper? Was that decent to take the flag of the nation, to play around with it in that kind of action? Does that make any sense to you in 2024? And then I also understood, and we will play the tapes as we move along, the deputy leader of the Free National Movement was the one who threw the mace out of the house. Now, I heard a report that he attempted to throw the mace out of the house, and I had to get it confirmed that it was said to me, and you will see from the report, that he did throw it out the house. I don't know what that was all about. What was the purpose of that, throwing the mace out of the house? The mace is the symbol of the Speaker's authority. And there were some ruckus in the House at that time, and the leader of the opposition, the Prime Minister made some remarks. We had the House Speaker make some remarks. And Bahamians, you got to ask yourself, what has gone wrong in this country? And then what was disturbing to me is that the commissioner, it was reported that the commissioner had resigned. Now, he just gave us this beautiful speech on Sunday, I think it was. And now here it is, Wednesday. I don't know when this particular resignation occurred. The Prime Minister made some remarks on it. We will get to that soon in the show. But the point is, I'm very disturbed over what has happened. And questions will have to be asked when we play the tape. Because Bahamians, we need some answers to some serious issues that are happening in this country. We need to know what is going on. And we're going to have to do some deep digging to find out what's going on. It is the duty of the government of the Bahamas to protect the interests of the Bahamian people. I respect that, and I hope they're doing it. But like I always tell you, Bahamians, listen to what they say. Watch what they do. That's how you're going to know who they are, you know. You go back, listen to the tapes, what they put in print, what they put on the tapes, analyze it. Don't add anything to it. You don't take anything away from it. Because we have the recording from the commissioner. And the thing is that, you know, if you say you're going to be there through thick and thin, we have that in the recording, you know. And then all of a sudden we hear the man resign. This was on Sunday. Today is now Wednesday. So what has happened? Was something else happening that we did not know about, that the commission didn't tell us about? And I must also say that the persons who he said he would have been contacting, everybody seemed to be wanting to back away from the real issue of this indictment, where it is reported tons of cocaine from Colombia passing through the Bahamas and going on to the United States. I hope the indictment will tell us who took it in the United States. Who was receiving all these tons of cocaine? That part is not clear yet. But we do understand that some Bahamians are involved and their names have been called. Some were arrested in Canada, some in the United States. The Prime Minister made some remarks in the House of Assembly where he said he would take certain action. He was not waiting for this matter to be dealt with in New York. That's where the case is going to be tried. We have a high-ranking officer. We have a police officer, that is, and we have someone from the Defense Force and some other people who are involved, and some strangers who will be tried in New York. And the commissioner told us that he didn't get any, let me say the former commissioner now, because we understand he resigned. The former commissioner who spoke to us on Sunday. Because we got to play something of what he said. And the thing is that he told us he'll be there. This is a fight. We're going through it, and we're going to stick with it. I had no idea. I was so surprised when I heard it today that he had resigned. I would like to know, when did he resign? Under what circumstances did he resign? Because when you listen to the speech he gave, there was no indication. Now, of course, there were some who were talking about it being politically motivated. There were those who were saying that someone gave him the speech. Someone wrote the speech for him, gave it to him, and he read it on the air. I would thought the commissioner would write his own speech or have his own words to what he was saying. That is coming from the commissioner of police. Because I don't have nobody write no speech for me. I don't have nobody edit anything for me. When you hear Professor Sidney Thompson, he may have gotten some advice. He may have gotten some suggestions, some comments. Yes, you take advice from people. But when you formulate your speech, you put it together yourself. You can have others who may assist you, but it has to be from you, not from somebody else. Ain't nobody gonna write nothing for me and tell me, come on these live microphones and speak that. No, I don't play that. That's not me. Well, the commissioner is supposed to be an intelligent man. One talk show host called him a kid and say, you don't send a kid to do a man's job. I found it to be very insulting. To an intelligent personality, well, I believe that he is. He said he's competent, he's capable. And then all of a sudden today, I'm hearing that he resigned. Well, when did this happen? Did this happen before Sunday or did it happen after Sunday? Because you got Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. That's 3 days, Bahamians. Or less than 3 days. That we hear now that he resigned. The Prime Minister said that he accepted the resignation of the commissioner. Under what condition did he accept the resignation? Or are there some other things that are happening? Bahamians, this makes the situation even more murky, when we hear the words from the Prime Minister. And people are asking, well, what about the Minister of National Security? You remember that I asked about the question about the Minister of National Security? I looked at it in a constitutional context, Bahamians. Now, and all these things these people have been saying, from the Prime Minister down, not a single word about the Constitution of the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. And we have a national crisis to deal with. Who is consulting with the Constitution of the Commonwealth of the Bahamas, Bahamians? So we could be on the right track. Or are we just making up stories as we go along? Is that the way we run things in this place? I haven't heard even the Commissioner of Police when he spoke. I listened to the entire speech more than once. He didn't say anything about the Constitution. The Prime Minister said nothing about the Constitution. The Minister of National Security said nothing about the Constitution. The Leader of the Opposition, hold on, caller, don't go nowhere. The Leader of the Opposition, I keep saying to myself, where does the Constitution of the Commonwealth of Bahamas fit in? That's our supreme law, Bahamians. Are we running a tuck shop? Anyhow, I'm going to continue that later. Call you live on air. Go ahead, please.
Brother Sid,
Hey.
I told you the commissioner was going to resign. It seems like you don't follow what I be saying.
No, I hear what you say, right? But I listened what the man say himself. See, that's why I'm going to play the exact words what he said. See, you can't tell me one thing and then do something else different. And I already asked the Bahamian people to support the Commissioner of Police.
Yes, well, see, he had to come on to clear up some things. But then again, his time was limited.
No. See, I think the commissioner, and I'm not trying to cast no aspersions on him. If you say something publicly with your own mouth, then I can hold you to it. See, I don't want to add anything to his speech, and I don't want to take anything away from his speech. I'm going to go exactly what he said. He said, we're in this fight. We're going to stick with it. We're going to fight it out. Then I hear 3 days later, less than 3 days later, he resigned. When did he resign? See, the announcement came out today. I'm going to play the tape with the Prime Minister say, we ain't get to that yet. But I got some things I want to say. Okay, call, stay on the line. Don't go nowhere. The point is, if we're going to have honesty and integrity, and that's what they were complaining about.
Yeah.
If the commissioner says something publicly for all of us to hear, I can hold him to it. Now, if you made a mistake, then you come back and say, Bahamas, I made a mistake. See, as long as you ain't doing that, I got to see. That's what the man say. And I asked the question from a constitutional point of view, where is the Minister of National Security? The Prime Minister didn't dismiss him, as far as I know. He has a Minister of National Security. When people ask the Minister of National Security anything, you know what he does? He refers them to the Prime Minister. And he said it's up to the Prime Minister if he resigns. If the Prime Minister tell him don't eat and drink for the next year, would he do that? Is that what he's going to do? Don't take no food, no drink for 1 year. Did you hear me, caller?
Yeah.
So I'm saying to you, see, I don't like this kind of talk, man. If you're going to say something to the Bahamian people, I expect you to be upfront with the Bahamian people. Now, I'm not trying to cast no aspersions on anybody. But if this is what the man said, then I hold him to it. Is this what the Prime Minister said? I hold him to it. That's why you listen carefully what they tell you. I don't want to leave no room for speculation. Now, people could have their views on it. I'm not stopping you from presenting your views on it. But as host of the show, I am going to go right to the exact wording what the man said, what the Prime Minister said, what the Minister of National Security said, what the Commissioner said. Go ahead, caller.
Well, people have their speculation,
No, but they have a
stuff
right
like
to
that.
speculate. I'm not saying that they shouldn't speculate. They have an opinion. See, the Constitution allows for people to do what? To impart ideas and opinions without interference. That's outlined in your Constitution. The Constitution didn't say it has to be right, The whole thing could be all mixed up and dead wrong. But the Constitution allows people to impart ideas and opinions without interference, and without interference with their correspondence. That's outlined in the Constitution. That applies to me, that applies to you, that applies to everybody in the country. But when it comes to what the leaders say, I ain't budging on that at all. I ain't speculating on nothing. This is what the man said to us on Sunday. And we have to hold him to it. Now, if he ain't doing it, we got to say, well, he ain't doing it. We're not going to use that other word, which I'm not allowed to use on the air. But the point is, I have to say, this is what the man say, and this is what he's doing. That's why I keep saying to people, listen to what they say, watch what they do. Go ahead, caller.
I think the pressure was on him so great.
That may be so.
And he had to deal with his friend, his colleague.
When it comes to this kind of business, there ain't no friend in this, man. How you get like that? I could know you personally, but that's nothing to do with the issue. You think we can separate the two?
I mean, you're supposed to separate it.
Notice what you just said.
But,
you see, no, hold on, caller.
Johnson?
Don't go too fast. I can give you time. Supposed to and not doing it. See, there's a big difference right there. But anyhow, go ahead.
See, Mr. Johnson,
Yes.
he had to deal with that case.
But he ain't deal
So
with it.
now,
He
see,
said to the end of December. And he ain't gonna be here. He said the end of December, but he ain't there.
see, he ain't there because, see, what I looking at, he didn't want to deal with that.
Oh, okay. All right.
Now, there's somebody else who can deal with that.
Are you
and
sure
gonna
about
be
that?
it.
But are
Somebody
you
else
sure?
can deal with that, and that can be it. It ain't gonna be no more like, well, this, for instance, the Prime Minister, in how I see it,
Uh-huh.
the Prime Minister, they already select somebody to sit in that chair.
But I'm glad you mentioned that. That's specifically what he said when we played the tape. That bothered me. How could you have already selected someone to sit in the office of commissioner and you had no discussion with the leader of the opposition?
But see, whether they have nothing yet. Okay, let's just say that they're already going to see somebody or talk to somebody who they want, and then they'll just drop it by the leader of opposition, and then because they're already going to see their man
Okay.
or their woman, and I don't care who they put there, whether it's a woman or a man, I only want somebody to do the job, to be fair, and have some integrity. Don't put no woman there just to say, well, we's the first government put a woman there,
Okay.
and she don't have no knowledge of what she doing.
Okay. Caller, I can have the more because someone else, we got some others on, on the line they want to talk. But thank you for your contribution. Caller, you're live on air. Go ahead, please.
Good afternoon, Professor.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Bahamas. Professor, before I put my question, you know what I really got to find out? Who's the deputy? All that time, all these things was running around. I forget who's the deputy. I remember Ken Swan was there, but I know who's the deputy. Who's going to be next in line? I need to know that before. You ain't know find it.
I had the name on the tip of my tongue, but I don't remember it. I could ask my producer if he could find it for me. Who's now the deputy commissioner?
Yeah, because he can be a next day. That's how it goes.
Well, see, I'm disturbed even what the prime minister said today, because we're going to play that tape. We're going to get to it a little later in the show. But the point is, I'm disturbed when he said that he has a particular personality for the office. Well, you ain't had no discussion with the leader of the opposition. What if the leader of the opposition say, I don't agree? Then what happens then?
Well,
they can pick somebody else?
Yeah, I know you're supposed to. They doing this thing like these little jokey country. You're supposed to sit down and discuss with them and think. And then if sometimes if they don't like it, you got a mouth. You could go ahead with it, but you got to discuss with it. You got to discuss with them.
But see, the Constitution talks about consultation,
yes,
right?
Yes, I know.
See, the Constitution doesn't explain specifically how this consultation is supposed to go.
Well,
it just says, no, but listen, man. Just listen.
Okay, go ahead.
See? It is so wide open. You see what I'm saying? That some things are not there. It just says consult with the leader of the opposition. Now, how that's supposed to go, we're not sure. But hold on, caller. It could be where the prime minister could say, as someone told me, consultation could mean he simply tells the leader of the opposition, this is the one I want to be commissioner. And the leader of the opposition would say, okay, if that's what you want, that's it. Is that what you call consultation?
Well, listen here. I know how that go. I know that operate. I'm wrong when they tell me how that operate.
But it got to make sense, man.
Yeah, they corrupt the whole system. The whole system corrupt. That's how it's supposed to go. Let me tell you, let me show you how it's supposed to go. But see, when you hate this one and you hate this one, and you're supposed to be the system. All are supposed to be Bahamians, right? That's what we're supposed to be. All are supposed to be Bahamians. You're supposed to sit down and say, the opposition, or you would sit down and just talk and say, well, I pick and so for Tingham. And Tingham might look at him and say, well, I like him like that. And if they vote and they do it like that. But you got, if you do it by yourself and write him a letter and tell him, that's who you picking. And if he objects strongly,
what happens then?
I ain't getting all that deep talk, but that's how it's supposed to go. But everybody corrupt now. Everybody just mad at everybody. If you put a good person, but you're supposed to let the two of them supposed to pick. I ain't know how deep it's supposed to go, but I ain't getting into that. First, my research, what I did.
Yeah.
This can be, first I want you to say this. I ain't gonna say this. This in the book. This done written down. You hear me what I say, Professor? Your partner ain't coming today.
No, I don't think it'd be in today.
Okay,
no.
Professor, this what everybody running away from. This written down. The Drug Dealers Law Act 2000. That done this law. Ain't nobody need to do this. This law. And you ain't got to go to nobody. And the time, what you get there, and the money you pay there, this done law. So, and this just like that RICO law over there. If anyone get touched with that, they looking at everything you have. If you ain't show them how you get it, it belong to the crown. I ain't say this. I ain't rig this up. That's law what right there in the book, in our law book, with the police logo over it. That's like on. Y'all have a blessed day. I write it.
All right. Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay, you say this in the law. But so many strange things are happening. I listened carefully to what not the Prime Minister and I, talking about the Commissioner of Police, what he had said. And he gave me the impression, based on his words, that we're in this fight We're going to go through it and we're going to deal with it. And he talked about his competency, Bahamian. This is what the man say. I have to go by what the man say. But now I'm hearing today, less than 3 days later, he resigned. When did he resign? Did he resign Sunday night? Did he resign Monday? I don't know. Did anyone force him to resign? Did anyone give him an order to resign? Or did he resign voluntarily? But see, these are the kind of things that are in the dark, and we don't know. But I could ask the questions. I don't want to say anything that is not correct, but I do know, according to what I heard today, the Prime Minister said he accepted his resignation. Why did the Prime Minister accept his resignation? He didn't tell us. At least I didn't hear that part of it, if he did. But I really would like to know why would the commission resign. After giving that wonderful speech on Sunday night, there are some who criticize him harshly. Say somebody wrote that speech for him. Tell him to say those things on the air. And the fact that he called some names of some people, and he wanted to find out some information, I can't see him. What I don't understand is this. He did not understand what was going on. The commissioner said that. He wanted to talk with former ministers, former prime minister. He was to reach out to them. And I thought, I'm not disputing what he said, but this is what he intended to do. Now, everyone he reached out, based on the reports I got, they're distancing themselves from the tons of cocaine that flowed into the Bahamas, but they were in power. They were in authority. So who the hell are you supposed to talk to? One former prime minister, and we're going to try to find the tape with his exact wording on it, where he said he ain't got nothing to say to the commissioner. He's asking for, quote unquote, a commission of inquiry. I thought that was being very disrespectful. You mean to tell me, see, Bahamians, this is why you got to be careful who you send into office, man. You ain't serious. The Bahamian electorate is not serious about the people you send, 1, to the House of Assembly, 2, to the Senate, 3, to the Cabinet. You are not examining the character of these persons you ask to take these positions, or you give them authority to take those positions. Because I am disappointed that everyone who he reached out to were not prepared to cooperate with him. Even his former commissioner, one of the former commissioners made some remarks, which I thought were not in good taste. He should not even said some of the things he said publicly. But nevertheless, he did. I don't think the commissioner was incriminating anybody based on what he said. He needed information. He just wanted to talk to them. You mean to tell me a former commissioner cannot speak to the current commissioner if he asks him a question? Is that that's a cardinal sin? Is that something that should not happen? See, the problem in this country is this. Our persons who we've been electing to run the affairs of this country are so individualistic. There is no cooperation. Wonder why the people outside this country having a field day on us. I don't see anything wrong with the current commissioner. Say he want to reach out to former commissioner, former ministers, parliament secretaries and so on, people who were in position who were able to know some things. But everybody seemed to want to back away from the fact that, according to the indictment, tons of cocaine flowing through the country. But they ain't tell us who received the cocaine on the other hand. They ain't tell us that. So we're just getting part of the story of Bahamians. And the commissioners, the prime minister said he's not waiting for the case to happen and finish in New York. And I don't blame him. And that's why I said to you, support your Prime Minister support the Commissioner of Police. But now some other things have happened. I wasn't expecting the Commissioner to resign. Let me be honest with you about that. I wasn't even thinking about that. But I know what the man told me. I mean, you can play what the man say. And then you can figure it out for yourself, Bahamians. What the heck is going on? Resignation? The Prime Minister say, accept the resignation. Why did the Prime Minister accept the resignation? Say, no, you stay right there. Why? This is Professor Sidney MacArthur Walter Thompson. Bahamians, I got so many questions in my head. I could talk till Christ come back, but I ain't gonna do that. I got my guest here. He wants to say something. And of course, I know you want to say something too. So I got to shut up. In fact, we're going to be talking about this for the rest of this week and also into next Monday, which is Constitution Day. There's so much to talk about, Bahamian. The lines are open, 326-0271, 326-0272, 813-0271. We'll be back after the break.
Express Yourself Live will return right after this.
Fall is here, and so are the incredible advertising deals at Global 99.5 FM. Whether you're launching a new product, promoting holiday sales, or just want to get your brand out there, we've got you covered with unbeatable rates this season. Reach thousands of potential customers and boost your business before the holidays hit. Call 326-0271 or just email sales@globalradio995fm.com to learn more about our fall advertising promotions. Global 99.5 FM, reaching customers wherever they are for your success.
Amidst the festive cheers, the management and staff of Clear Choice Home Center, located shop number 40 opposite St. Gregory's Anglican Church, Carmichael Road, takes this opportunity to extend our sincerest gratitude to our valued customers for your support and trust in our services over the years. Here's to a fantastic year ahead. Wishing you the happiest holidays from the management and staff at Clear Choice Home Center.
You know it's Christmas when the stores get all decked out. Come to the brass and leather shops and the luggage store. We've got gift ideas for everyone on your list. Quality leather goods from Land. Guess, Nine West, Kipling, and Rioni are awaiting you. We have manicure and pedicure sets, gifts for the kids, sell accessories, and furry slippers for those with cold feet. It is all here to make your Christmas shopping easy and special. We can't wait to see you.
Janae's Christmas Wonderland is open under the Big Tent. Get 20 to 50% off selected Christmas decorations. Restrictions apply. Trees in pink, frosted green or white in a variety of sizes. LED and laser lights, a large variety of tree ornaments, lighted angels, Santa tree toppers, bright and lively colored Christmas balls, garlands, wreaths, red and white string cranberry, tree skirts, stockings, and lots more. Add flowers, picks, and decorative mesh to brighten up your home or office this holiday season. And don't forget the toys at Janae's Chesapeake Road. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Janae's Limited. WhatsApp 817-3295.
Great vehicle performance begins with an exceptional oil. Choosing the right motor oil for your Honda may seem confusing, so here's one simple rule to follow. Look for the oil with the Honda name. Using Honda Genuine Ultimate Full Synthetic Motor Oil in your Honda will enhance your car's performance because it is formulated and tested to meet exacting Honda specifications. Available now at Nassau Motor Company on Shirley Street.
If you've got termites and need to get rid of them fast, trust Rentokil Initial. We have over 60 years of experience in the Bahamas. As a part of a global brand, our training and expertise can't be beat. Only Rentokil Initial gives you a 3-year warranty on termite fumigation with the best payment terms in the Bahamas. No one can match the range of treatments we offer, such as fumigation, pre-construction treatments, termite monitoring, and more. No matter where you are in the Bahamas, we will come to you. When it comes to complete termite eradication, there's only one name you can call on, Rentokil Initial. Call us at 322-2157.
If your Black Friday looks like any other day, you're shopping in the wrong place. It's that time of the year, our annual 3 days of total blackout at Bahamas Liquidation and Auction Center. Mark your calendars for November 28th, 29th, and 30th. Join us for the biggest, craziest Black Friday weekend sale you've ever seen. Get ready to snag thousands of items straight from Amazon, Home Depot, and Walmart, all sold at their original online prices. Don't believe us? Bring your cell phone and Google it. If Amazon's list price is $20, you pay $20. That's right, freight and duty included. Where? We'll be waiting for you on Matthew Street under the big red and white tent. Come for the deals, stay for the experience. Save like never before. Bahamas Liquidation and Auction Center's 3 days of total blackout. Call us now at 6980123 or WhatsApp 5572522. See you there on November 28th, 29th, and 30th.
From
Don't miss
South
it.
Beach to Bay Street.
I'm pleased, I really dig your company.
It's your chance to join the discussion of today's issue. Let your voice be heard. Speak your mind and express yourself. Call in and participate at 326-0271 or 326-0272. WhatsApp us your concerns on 809-2310. Follow us live on Facebook and globalradio99.5fm.com. Express yourself.
This is Professor Sidney MacArthur Walter Thompson on the Global Radio Network 99.5 FM. This is a great day to be in the Commonwealth of Bahamas, and I love this job here at Global Radio 99.5 FM. I'm delighted to be here. This is really a hot seat. I didn't know it could get so hot, but Michelle Malcolm was trying to tell me this a long time. When I used to fill in for her, I used to fill in for Bodie, but I did not know when you get in there, like how they were. Now I'm experiencing what she told me was going to happen, but I didn't know it was going to get like this. And see what happens. And on any given day, you could come prepared to do a show, and all of a sudden you got to change everything at the last moment, at the last point. That's why I got to always be prepared to be able to act decisively on any given day, because I didn't know these things were going to happen today. I did not know. Brother Hilo, welcome to Express Yourself.
Good day, Professor. And good day, Bahamas. It's always good to be in your presence, even on a tumultuous day like today.
Oh, it's a very
all
tumultuous
the
day.
ruckus and uproar.
Yes.
Professor, I mean, first of all, you were talking about the resignation of the former commissioner now.
Yeah, former commissioner.
And he just laid out a plan before the nation.
Yes, he did.
As to steps that he would take.
Yes.
To bring the Bahamas to a better place.
That's what the man tells me.
As it relates to policing.
Yes.
And all of a sudden now, we face a resignation.
Yes.
Without the public being given a reason. The same way he came and did a national address. I believe another national address would have been warranted. I don't know. The Prime Minister has not fired anybody that we know of. No. I can't recall any.
Well, I know he got a Minister of National Security, which I would speak to, but I've been asking, where does this National Security Minister fit into the picture? I haven't gotten an answer to that yet. I know what the Constitution tells me. And I'm going to emphasize that today. But the point is that I was not expecting the former commissioner to resign because I believe what he said in the speech. But now some people are telling me, say, no, Professor, somebody wrote that speech for him. And he put those names, they put those names, and then the commissioner called those names. But I said, this is an intelligent commissioner. He wouldn't say something that he don't mean. At least I don't think so. But yeah. I am so shocked when I heard that it was reported to me that he resigned, because I heard it on the radio and all.
Yeah,
and then I said, well, what's going on here?
It's unfortunate. That's poor leadership too, because, I call it poor leadership because, so you leave the rest of the police force on the ship then. The captain jump off the ship.
Jump off the ship, yes. But he told us he's competent and capable. Those were his words in the speech. Now, I got to hold him to it. Now, if we got them kind of people running this place, they say one thing and do. See, that's why I keep saying to the Bahamian people, listen to what they say. That's why we can play portion of his speech now. Listen to what they say and then watch what they do.
Now, he's not the only one, Professor.
I know that.
Okay.
I know that.
But it's just that it surprised us. It surprised you.
I am so shocked. I can't even believe that we had we don't have no commissioner right now.
We do not. The Bahamas does not have a commissioner of police.
Jeez, Lord have mercy.
We have no chief.
No chief of police.
All the Indians on the battleground.
So how we get mixed up like this? Someone needs to tell us what is going on. Because when I heard the entire speech,
Mhm.
and I wish we could play that entire speech, but we can't do it like that. We got to take it bits and pieces. But the point is, I believe what the man said, and I said to the Bahamian people, support the commissioner. Because it's constitutionally sound to support the commissioner.
Well, he isn't supporting himself.
But see, I don't know what led up to this resignation. When did this resignation occur?
Or what happened between then, Sunday, and Wednesday?
And Wednesday, yeah.
What could have happened in that space of time?
I don't know. But someone needs to explain that. Because I didn't get any inkling in my head, even up to yesterday. I was so shocked I almost fall off the chair. When I say, no, this can't be true. Not after hearing the commissioner give such a strong speech on Sunday. Come on. What are you saying to me? I only could go by what the man tell me. And I add nothing to his speech, and I ain't taking nothing away from it. But I watched what is reported that what was done. Yeah, go ahead.
Well, I also don't want to add anything, but I am wondering whether his resignation was requested.
That's a good question.
Was it
That's
requested?
an excellent question. All we heard when we get to the table, the prime minister, he accepted the resignation.
Right. We heard he accepted it.
But we were not
don't
told
know
whether he asked,
he asked for the resignation. Yes.
Or asked for the resignation.
Yes.
Or whether the commissioner, the former commissioner,
Yeah.
voluntarily decided to step down.
Yeah.
And here are the reasons why he stepped down. Because he
Right.
told us he was going to be right there through the fight.
Right. And he
That's
laid
in
out
his speech.
he laid out the plan.
Yeah, but he laid out the thing. So who's going to carry this out now? Because we got a vacuum right now. We don't have no chief of police in this country.
No chief of police.
None.
And then circulating on social media, it's already being reported that the prime minister has a choice that he is making, and he already put a name out there, and they haven't spoken to the opposition yet. So which is it? Are you going to consult the opposition? So I don't want you to miss this now, Professor.
No, I ain't going to miss that when it
Now,
comes to the Constitution.
watch this. Watch
Yeah,
this.
okay, go ahead.
He's supposed to consult the leader of the opposition.
That is what the Constitution says.
But that ain't happened yet.
No, it ain't happened yet.
But the news stations are already reporting, if I read it, the prime minister is set to announce a new commissioner of police. How much consultation is he doing? Or what if the leader of the opposition says, you know what? We really don't mind the female commissioner, but we have a preference here. We don't agree
What
with
if
your
the
choice.
flat right says, no, I don't agree with your choice? What happens then?
Well, you know.
See, these are things you need to look at because
Yeah.
we are supposed to be operating. See, that's what I keep saying about the government of the Bahamas. You keep violating the Constitution, man.
Every step.
And I don't like that.
Every step of the way.
So how you expect me to believe what you say or have confidence in what you say when every time I look at the government of the Bahamas, I see constitutional violations?
Yeah.
Why? The Constitution says he's to consult with the leader of the opposition.
Boy, look here.
But how we get mixed up like this?
Could I send out a public service announcement to all criminals? Do not commit any crimes whatsoever. We have no police chief. So we are suspending all criminal activity. There's no police chief. But, you know,
No, at this point,
I say
we
that
don't.
jokingly, but on a serious note,
But we don't have one.
no, it's very serious. And, you know, to the police officers out there, you know, we know most of y'all are doing the right thing. That's our belief. That's our confidence. Most of the police are
Do we have
good police.
Do we have actual proof
Mhm.
that the vast majority of police officers are law-abiding citizens of this country and faithfully carrying out their duties? Or are we just saying it because it sounds good? See, that's what we have to look at ourselves, because when you hear them fellas overseas, man, they kicking our backside all over the place.
Mhm.
And unfortunately, I am so disturbed by our own citizens buying into the crap that they're putting out there.
Mhm,
It's
mhm.
making the country look bad. Our reputation is going to shreds, man.
Listen, it's going from bad to worse.
Gee.
And normally in every situation, when you have a leader deposed or resigned, normally an acting leader is his former deputy.
Yes.
We haven't heard anything about acting chief of police.
No, we haven't heard that.
We haven't heard anything. So there's no break in ranks. There's no no break in the service.
Yes.
So I don't know. I don't know. Like you said, if they're not following the Constitution, I don't know what they're doing because I don't know what they're following. So it's difficult to follow what's happening.
See, this is what I keep saying about the government of Bahamas. When I say the government of Bahamas has been violating the Constitution, people won't get upset with me. But this is what is happening, Bahamians.
It's happening.
What the heck you expect me to say? To say that they're going by the Constitution and they're not? Anyhow, Mr. Producer, you could play that tape from the former commissioner of police. We got to put that on, man. Play the first tape for us. Now, is anything wrong with what the former commissioner said? Every single statement that he made. What is wrong with that? What is wrong with him speaking to former prime ministers? What is wrong with him speaking to former commissioners of police? Because he said he didn't have any information. He was not aware of this, what's going on. So he wanted to have a conversation with them. You mean to tell me, because you were there before, all of a sudden now everybody just backing away from a situation that is so serious to the welfare of this nation? That's why I keep saying to the Bahamian people, you got to be careful who you use or who you have to do your national affairs, whether appointed or elected. Now, all of them who we contacted, but I don't think he got to all of them yet, because we understand now he's a former commissioner. He wanted to get information if they had any knowledge of anything and what was done about it. You mean to tell me, according to the indictment, tons of cocaine flowing through this place? Not pounds, tons. From that, hold on, I can let you speak. See, I want the people to understand how serious this is. And not one of them who he spoke to was willing to cooperate with the commissioner of police. I find that to be very strange. What is wrong with him having a conversation with a former commissioner who was there at the time this incident occurred? Everybody want to back away from the fact that tons of, well, that's according to the indictment now. That's what they allege. Tons of cocaine coming through the Bahamas. They ain't tell us now who got the cocaine. Let the indictment tell us who got the cocaine in the United States. But I cannot see him trying to cast aspersions on anybody's character. What is wrong with a former commissioner speaking to the current commissioner? What is wrong with the commissioner speaking with a former prime minister? on a matter of national importance, man.
Mm-hmm.
And you heard what one of the former prime ministers said. He made it. I felt it was very disgusting. You got to be careful, Bahamians, who you send to do your national affairs. I keep warning you about that, but you people aren't listening. You got to be careful. These people benefited heavily from the positions they held and are still benefiting. They're getting all kind of hefty pensions. They're benefiting while people in Baintown and my area of Port Castle can't get the basics in life, man. See, that is why I always say, you listen to what they say, watch what they do. Now we hear, we ain't got no more. The commissioner, who is there? The point is something is seriously wrong because I felt he should have stayed and done his job. Now, was he compelled to resign? Did the prime minister ask him to resign? Did he voluntarily resign? Did somebody threaten his life if he didn't resign? Come on, man. Bahamians, you can call into the show because this is very important. I can't handle this by myself. I'm glad my guest is there to try to help me out today. The lines are open, 326-0271, 326-0272, 813-0271. Bahamians, you ought to be concerned about what happened today. I wanted to play that tape because the commissioner said further in his other statement that he was there, that he was not going to back away from it, that he was going to go through with it. Well, I took him at his word. But when I hear resignation, gone today, that shook me up. So the line's open. Go ahead, Brother Hyler.
Yeah, Professor, yesterday I had read from that USA Today article.
Yes.
And it said that, I'm going to pull it up again, but
yeah.
they are alleging that, they were told certain people were off limits. I'll come back to that.
Oh, okay, yeah. We have a
Yeah.
caller on the line.
Mhm.
Caller, you're live on air. Go ahead, please.
Mr. T, how you doing, my friend?
Man, where you been at? I can give you a good spanking.
Man, listen to me. I just got discharged from hospital on Monday.
But ain't no
15
one
days
tell
in
me you.
hospital.
Oh,
My little sugar and my little thing going up. I don't know. But
man, you got to
listen
take
me.
care of yourself. You got to stick around. You and me got to stick around till the man come back.
Yeah, I ain't going to win now.
Oh, okay, all right, okay.
Your boy tried to get me, but he can see and happening to him. He owed the picture. He's straight.
Okay, good, all right, okay.
But a lot of people were calling for the resignation and the signing out of the commissioner of police.
Why?
I don't know. Every radio you hear, the commissioner of police has to resign. The commissioner of police this, commissioner of police that.
They haven't given any specific reasons as to why he should resign.
No, but they were calling. Okay? Understand what I'm saying, Mr. Thompson? They were calling.
But why are you calling
Mr.
for the...
Davis have now, maybe, this is my look on it, has now look at some things and decided he might have gotten rid of the commissioner of police.
Yeah, but see, when we can play the statement.
You just played that clip just. I heard that clip.
No, that's from the commissioner. See, I told my producer I wanted to play that first.
Would you play it from the commissioner?
Huh?
I heard the clip that you played from the commissioner.
Good. All right, okay.
So that means the commissioner was in this to the end. All of a sudden now the commissioner is no longer interested in it or no longer in it.
Well, we don't know that.
Was the commissioner asked to resign? Was the commissioner fired?
Well, see,
I know they say you can't fire the police.
Well,
you can't fire the commissioner.
The commissioner has independence according to the Constitution.
Yes.
Because he may have to lock up the prime minister. He may have to lock up the minister of immigration.
But what I'm saying, the commissioner of police decided that he wanted to go.
No. Stop right there. Stop. No. Hold on, caller. Hold on. We don't know that. We do not know that.
He's not there.
No, but we know he's not there now. We ain't got no commissioner right now. But the point is, I'm not saying you cannot draw your conclusion, but what I'm saying is I'm going by what the man said in his speech on Sunday. This is Wednesday.
That is what I'm saying. You can't, the man, he sounded like he was going to hold until the end. Now the day is Wednesday. He decides he don't want to be there.
No, we
longer.
don't know that. No. You. That's your summation of it, but we don't know that.
Okay.
We got to
we
ask the Prime Minister.
on that.
But caller.
We're not gonna argue because I have the utmost respect for you. My next point.
Okay, go ahead.
Did you see how the leader of the opposition, one of the better playwrights in this country, carried the dundas into the House of Assembly?
Okay, go on.
That's a stage.
Okay.
That's a play.
Oh, boy.
And look at the actors. The man who's in court now, Adrian Gibson, is the one who opened the window. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Shannon Don Cartwright, who's next in line to go in court for mishandling, alleged. He couldn't get no real people to do that foolishness what they do today.
Okay.
Where are losing them being? Where the real people being? Where Crazy Thompson them being? Where Dr. Minister being? The real people. It was a show. It was a stage. And guess what? If they want to do a they didn't throw the Mesa those assembly before. So they got their nine history. That was a repeat of history. If they really wanted, I was so upset. If they really wanted to make history, he should have put Shannon on one side, Adrian Gibson on the next side of him, and them three hold on and jump on those assemblies. Make their own history. They're joking. And if I was the deputy commissioner, for those of Assembly Deputy Speaker, with them hitting him in his head with that, I will sue them, personally sue them. I'll make that a personal matter. They're joking. And ain't nobody in their right mind can take them serious no more. They had a good little gig with a couple of people downtown. He did a good little speech. Now, when they came with that foolishness with the mate, that's stupid. Man, Brother Thompson.
Yeah.
We got to get serious, you know.
I agree with you.
We have to get serious, sir.
But I can notch it up a higher notch as of today because I am just shocked at what I heard and understood.
That was a stage play. That's all that was, a play. Ain't no serious thinking human being can take them serious. You think I won't follow code like that now?
What's the penalty for throwing the mace out the window?
That's government property.
So what's the penalty
When
according
you
to law?
destroy government property, you have to pay something. Now, I don't know what the fine will be. I don't know what the thing will be, but that's government property they destroy. When you destroy government property, you pay a fine. Either you pay a fine or you go to jail.
Has any been arrested?
I know the police took some of them out of assembly. I don't know what they do with them. I don't know where they are now.
No, it's a play. You said it looked like
a
a play.
It was a
play. It was staged.
So let me
it
just.
was a written play. You can see the script. You do this. This your script. This your script. You know, remember you're small when they have the Christmas play. The church they give you a script.
Right.
All right. That's what that was today.
So you saying that some awards are in order then for a performance?
Then you listen to me, sir. Michael Pintard is one of the better playwrights other than Ian Strawn in this country.
I agree.
Okay?
I agree.
It was a play. There's no time to be playing, man. We get 100 and something murders. We get old people nuts. Anytime you have a country where the old and the young ain't safe, you have problems. We have a problem in this country. They rang here doing foolishness.
You're quite right.
Yeah.
Caller, you're correct on that point.
Yeah, caller.
Listen to me. When you see a 72, a 82, it ain't safe.
No, it ain't safe.
That's mommy, that's mama.
Yes, grandmother too.
Huh? Grandmother, that's mama, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Brother Thompson, I miss your voice because I even had a radio in the office.
Man, I didn't know.
I miss your voice.
I wish someone
listen to me.
told
As
me.
of next week, I got to boost up something on you because they having them, they joking.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
They had some people who's trying to think about giving some of them a chance. They blew it today.
Okay.
Yeah.
They blew it today from real PLPs. I mean, not real PLPs, real Bahamian people.
Yes.
Who's willing to give them a little chance to see try to build up a bigger opposition at least. They mess it up.
Well, Caller, I tend to agree. I made one observation. Other than when they actually threw the mace out of the window and all of the police gathered, between me and you, there were more people present at the Dundas performance of Michael Pintard plays than were on Bay Street today.
Yes, but what
So
I'm saying
they're
is
in a desperate situation right now.
I am and I want Brother Thompson to hear this too, Brother Carter. This is Brother Carter, right?
This highly here.
Hyla. I want Brother Thompson to hear this too. I am a betting man.
Wow.
And I will guarantee you, Michael Pintard them gonna write a play about the day. Watch it.
Okay. I wouldn't be surprised.
Well, I'm telling you, it's gonna happen.
Okay. Caller,
time is in a playing time, man.
Definitely not.
Yeah, caller, I have to move on because my producer is very patient with me.
I read your listening, man. I read your listening.
Yeah, thank you very much.
God bless, man.
Glad you're doing better too.
Yeah, I'm happy that he is. I was surprised that, I didn't hear from him. This is Professor Sidney MacArthur Walter Thompson. Bahamians, it is time to be sober. I can step it up a couple notches because I got to help my people, man. I don't like what I hear what happened today. I don't like what I see in front of me. This is Professor Sidney MacArthur Walter Thompson on the Global Radio Network. Bahamians, I got to call on you for your support now because I can't handle this by myself. This is Professor Sidney MacArthur Walter Thompson on the Global Radio Network, 99.5 FM. Express yourself. We'll be back after the break.
Express Yourself Live will return right after this.
Bahamian feel-good food in the right atmosphere. Breakfast, lunch, or dinner, whichever you choose. It's the Cricket Club Restaurant at Haynes Point, West Bay Street. The food is off the chain. Bahamian breakfast. We talking stew cow, stew fish, and sheeptown sauce. And for lunch, crab soup, okra soup, and pea soup and dumpling. Man! And for dinner, they got mahi seafood platter or steak and shrimp. Only $28.95 per person. Breakfast, lunch, or dinner at the Cricket Club Restaurant. Call 326-4720 for reservations. Oh, and don't forget, there's a live band, The Magic Touch, every Friday night. See you there.
Roll out this holiday season with a new ride from Montague Motors. We have you covered on just about everything from the Mazda CX-5, CR-Vs, and Nissan X-Trails to Suzuki Swifts, Mazda Demios, Cubes, Notes, Step Wagons, and Jukes, all colors. Small cars too, like Passos and Miras. Payment plans from $200 per month. Now open on Saturdays. 0 down, everyone. Village Road near Shirley. Telephone 812-7576 or 477-3734.
Janae's Christmas Wonderland is open under the Big Tent. Get 20 to 50% off selected Christmas decorations. Restrictions apply. Trees in pink, frosted green or white in a variety of sizes. LED and laser lights, a large variety of tree ornaments, lighted angels, Santa tree toppers, bright and lively colored Christmas balls, garlands, wreaths, red and white stringed cranberry, tree skirts, stockings, and lots more. Add flowers, picks, and decorative mesh to brighten up your home or office this holiday season. And don't forget the toys at Janae's Chesapeake Road. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Janae's Limited. WhatsApp 817-3295.
At Audio Plus, we carry a large selection of DJ and audio products like speakers, mixers, microphones, car audio players, and much more. You can also find a wide selection of musical instruments like marching drums, Junkanoo drums in a wide variety of colors, trumpets, clarinets, trombones, Yamaha keyboards, and Fender guitars at special low prices. Visit Audio Plus on Soldier Road, located in the Caries Plaza. Open 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday through Saturday. Phone number 394-6668. Audio Plus, your #1 music store.
Another year, another Christmas, and another opportunity to enjoy the amazing variety and quality at Y-Cares. Men's jeans all styles, along with dress and short sleeve shirts. Ladies jeans all styles, plus dress pants, blouses, and underwear. Y-Cares has a big selection of fridges, stoves, irons, and fans, and even bed mattresses and box spring frames for all sizes. Everything you need for everyone that needs it is at Y-Cares. 3 locations to serve you: Bahama Avenue, East Street South, and Prince Charles Drive.
From Cable Beach to Montague, it's your chance to join the discussion of today's issue. Let your voice be heard. Speak your mind and express yourself. Call in and participate at 326-0271 or 326-0272. WhatsApp us your concerns on 809-2310. Follow us live on Facebook and Global Radio 99.5FM.com. Express yourself.
This is Professor Sidney MacArthur Walter Thompson on the Global Radio Network 99.5 FM. This is a great day to be in the Commonwealth of Bahamas. I am so delighted that I have the opportunity to be here 5 days a week on the Global Radio Network. I'm so grateful for management for choosing me to host this show, and I'm going to do my job well. I'm going to do even better because I got to put it up a couple notches today, Bahamians, because the thing is, we are in very serious trouble. If our leaders say something to us, I expect the leaders to fulfill what they say. I don't want to add nothing to it. I don't want to take anything away from it. But if you change your mind, come back and tell the people, I changed my mind. I ain't going to do that no more. Somebody else will have to deal with it. I think that's being honest and upfront with the Bahamian people. But you can't tell me something. You give us this beautiful speech. You outline what the police is supposed to be doing, and you would be there to carry it through unless some serious emergency comes up, I would think. And then shortly thereafter, you're not there. We don't know why. No one told us anything. No public statement from the former commissioner. I mean, what are we saying? See, Bahamians, this is what breeds lack of trust and contempt. And so I can understand the Bahamian people getting upset. Now, of course, that caller was telling me how a lot of people were calling for his resignation. Why? Why were they calling for his resignation? For what? What were the reasons why they were saying that? Nobody gave no reason. Just because the crowds make a lot of noise out there, say there's no water in the ocean, you must believe that crap too? Bahamians, you don't just jump in because somebody says something, but they ain't present no evidence, they ain't present no proof. They just make a lot of noise. Empty barrels make plenty noise. But we have to look at things objectively, Bahamians. That's why listen carefully to what the man say. And that's what we need to do. Well, let me put it this way. Was the commissioner constitutionally sound? Yes or no? I could answer that right off the top. We don't want to cast any aspersions on anyone's character. We don't want to do that. But if you tell me you're going to bring me the $100 10 o'clock tomorrow morning, I'm going to be waiting for the $100 to come in 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. Unless something comes up and you say, Professor, I couldn't bring it at 10. I'm going to bring it at 5 in the afternoon. Fine, no problem. But I got to hold you to your word. Is your word worth anything? Baby, this is serious. Brother Cartwright, go ahead, please. Brother Hyla, sorry.
Yeah.
I think about Cartwright.
Cartwright tomorrow.
I got to call Cartwright. Tell him to come
Yeah,
in.
man.
I can tell him to come in tomorrow.
Because of these circumstances.
Yeah, man. I am delighted that you came in today.
No, not a problem whatsoever.
Yeah, okay, go ahead.
You know, these are unprecedented events.
Unprecedented events.
We've never experienced anything like this before.
Nothing like this. No.
Now, what you're saying, Professor, there should be no rush to judgment.
No.
And I agree with that side of it.
Yes.
The other side, and I don't want to sound duplicitous, but here's the but. Professor, the former commissioner of police said that we were going to have investigators from the United Kingdom come in to assist with investigations.
Yes.
And we were given a date.
Yes.
Am I the only one who does not think it very serious that did not happen?
Yes.
And then can come out and have a press conference talking about we want to operate with integrity and transparency?
But that's what the man tells me.
See, I'm not just saying that because he's the former commissioner of police.
No.
We all need to take this position.
Yes.
Where are the investigative journalists to say we were just here a few days ago and you said on this day there were going to be British investigators.
Right.
We don't know where, and they said the National Crime Agency in Great Britain.
Great Britain.
They called the name of the agency.
Okay.
That never happened. Bahamians have to stop allowing these things and never go back to hold them accountable.
Yes.
That's why they do what they do.
Okay.
You need to shut down the press conference because but we're not there yet.
No, we ain't reached there yet. No.
We need to get there, Professor.
We got to get there quick.
We're not going to get any better until we demand justice, until we demand honesty, until we demand integrity.
Yes.
We can keep getting mistreated. We can keep getting treated badly. Then the former commissioner of police turn around and say, well, it won't be, the National Crime Agency. It's going to be our American counterparts.
I heard that too. Yeah.
Why couldn't he just come out and say the FBI? Why couldn't he come right out and say the CIA? Or, police Florida, police. Whatever it is.
Yes.
That never took place.
No, it didn't.
Do we really want an investigation? And then we had a situation where national security, the Minister of National Security, Wayne Monroe, on social media, all the video playing from when he was in opposition, saying the police cannot investigate themselves. All the video playing, his mouth, no one lied on him.
Yes.
He said the police cannot investigate themselves. Then he came into power and became the one holding the scepter and can turn around and say he's confident that the police can investigate themselves.
Yes. It's duplicitous.
Answer that.
Yes.
Speak to that.
See, I could go along with you, Brother Haile, because that's factual. We have the record to show it's factual. No one is misleading anybody on anything like that. So they have to give an account. They have to give an answer.
They have to give an account.
Yes.
The latest thing I'm hearing now, former Prime Minister Hubert Minnis calling for full inquiry.
Yeah.
He used the word full inquiry. And I want to know his definition of full
inquiry. What does that mean?
Is it full of the Davis administration or full inquiry into his administration also? Because he did not say, but Michael Pintard said it today, Professor.
Okay.
We don't have the clip for that. We're going to go into some different clips in a minute.
In a minute, yeah.
But from Michael Pintard, he said, let's have a commission inquiry that will straddle both administrations.
Okay.
That's what he said. It came out of his mouth. He told the reporters he's prepared for full inquiry into both administrations.
That's from Pintard.
That's from Pintard.
Right. And so I'm hoping that Mr. Producer could eventually find
we're
that tape.
We're going to get that. That's going to become important because as the caller said, it's only a play in the show. Because I want to see what happens if the Bahamian people realize, well, the caller said that they took the Dundas Center
and brought it
down to Parliament.
How do you say it was? You said there were they had more people at the Dundas.
They had more people at the Dundas than was at the Parliament or that was at the Michael Pintard protest.
Oh, Lord.
So they are desperate. They are in a very serious position because the Bahamian people are on to their games. What game? Please say, what highlight on what games? You know what games? Games that when the PLP is in power, the FNM says to the public, we do not have any access to the records of the money being spent. That's the show that they do. And when the administration changes, the same thing happens. We have no access. So if the public, you have to bear with me. Why am I repeating these things? The Attorney General, Ryan Pinder, is blocking Michael Pintard and Shannon Dawn Cartwright from having access to hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars. This came from Sidney Thompson's statement. Hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars. We don't know where the people's money is being spent and what is being spent on. That's why I call it a show, because the public has to understand it's the present government, Davis administration, along with the Pintard-led FNM at this moment, both make up the government. So I'll rest right there, Professor, and come back to that. But both make up the government. If Michael Pintard and Shannon Cartwright refused to go to Parliament. Then on what basis? Because the FNM is being quieted and shut down. You realize, Professor, it's two sessions back to back.
Yes, that's what they said.
Two sessions back to back.
Yes.
The Davis administration was not allowing Mr. Pintard to speak to the present indictment in New York. And that's wrong. So let me just be clear on that. It's wrong to go to Parliament and His Majesty's loyal opposition is not able to speak in a session to the matters at hand. So that's what happened in the last session that they were in. And then today, that's why Pintard got up and created all that ruckus. And Mr. Cartwright got up and grabbed the mace and threw it out the window.
We're going to get to that. Now, I'm going to ask my producer to play that clip on the Prime Minister, what he said today in the House.
I met with the Commissioner of Police. I have received and accepted his resignation. The Commissioner of Police has served the force with distinction. I want to emphasize that there are no allegations of wrongdoing against him. But the Royal Bahamas Police Force needs change. I have identified a highly qualified successor who is well suited to oversee the necessary reforms and change needed. This appointment, of course, requires a consultation with the leader of the opposition. Hence, I have not disclosed the name. And I asked the clerk, could you just deliver this letter to the leader? That has the name, and I hope he'll keep it quiet until we have the opportunity to discuss it. I would invite you, following the adjournment of this House, to meet with me in the Cabinet office across the street so we can have a discussion on the matter, if you wish. But you are invited to meet me and discuss shortly after adjournment. As we adjourn, I'll go over to the office, Cabinet office across the street, and you can join me there and we can have a discussion about the new appointment. Madam Speaker, of course.
Now, those are very interesting remarks. But I'm going to let you speak on it first.
I'll speak briefly on it.
Okay.
He said the police force needs change.
Yes.
We have an ongoing crisis right now, Professor.
Okay.
How do you change captains while you're out to sea?
Good question.
How do you change captains in the midst of the crisis? Not taking anything away from his choice of the new commissioner. What level of intelligence? I mean, I could be wrong on this, Professor. Because I mean, I'm hearing that, it's Shanton Knowles, with high regard, comes well recommended and everything, out of Grand Bahama. At this present time, would there be any? I mean, there should be intelligence shared with all high-ranking officers. She should have all information, is what I'm getting at. But would she know what he knows, is what I'm getting at.
Okay.
She should, but would she have command of every bit of information to act upon? To even perhaps, we don't know if she's going to carry out his proposals or if she's going to bring a clean slate. We don't know whether she's going to come with a new plan altogether. But we have to pray for it. It's a lot of pressure in that particular situation. And I'm sure she's up to it. But why now? We don't even have the full indictment information. It's not even out
No,
yet.
we don't. We don't have that either.
We don't know. More information is coming out every day. So I question, why now? Why change the guard now? You need to do the cleaning up locally, but it you're not getting the confidence of the Bahamian people. He came out, like you said, just a few days ago.
Yes.
Rallying the people, including yourself.
Yes, I
pushing
did.
the people to support the commissioner.
Yes.
to support the prime minister.
Yes.
They're trying to move like a family now. The
That's
Bahamian people coming together as one. And I'll repeat two things you said. Apparent divisiveness concerning the police side of things.
Yes.
And even with the former Minister of National Security,
Yes.
Mr. Dames. I didn't mention it yesterday, but Professor, I was shocked to hear on a talk show, Mr. Dames was asked, well, what are you going to say when the commissioner, Clayton Fernando, questions you or comes to you? And he said more or less, for what? What could I say? Like, I have nothing to contribute.
I heard the same thing.
And you know what
I heard the same thing.
His final statement was, you need to ask Commissioner Fernando, how come the U.S. authorities came to me when I served as National Security Minister? Okay. They came to me. Mm-hmm. Why are they not coming to him? So it's a very strong statement.
No, very strong, yeah.
That's a pointing fingers.
I'm disappointed.
That I mean, he was a sitting commissioner at the time.
Yes.
And Mr. Dame said, basically asked the commissioner why there's not a good relationship with the U.S. policing authorities. That's a negative,
negative connotation, yes.
Without
Very
evidence.
Negative. Yes, without evidence.
Without evidence being presented. So it's disappointing.
I can comment on what the Prime Minister said later.
Mm-hmm.
Caller, you're live on air. Go ahead, please.
Brother Sid.
Hey, what's happening?
Radio.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, you hear what the Prime Minister say before the commissioner do his address.
Mm-hmm.
The Prime Minister already going to say what he going to do. Shake the tree.
Okay.
Now, I'm not in the Prime Minister head to know what he did or what he said to the commissioner or what is what. But apparently the commissioner just came out maybe on his own saying what he going to do some investigating. And he see that maybe everybody didn't even come along with him, and he gets some disappointment from this one and the next one.
Okay.
You see? So that's why you see even what Dean say, like, you on your own. Mm-hmm. So they like probably people like maybe just throw him under the bus, and he nothing else he could have already do. So you see the Prime Minister, he wasn't no hang up to say, well, he didn't accept it or what is what. Just accept it. Okay. So we don't know what really happened between Sunday and Tuesday. We don't know. People can speculate, but there are people who maybe in inside maybe could know what is what. And with Pentad, they make a big disgrace. You ever see a dog walk on the 3 leg? Huh?
I hear you.
Yeah.
But let me tell you something. A dog will walk on 3 leg for Pentad them get Prime Minister. Okay?
I hear you.
They see, and look at who helped the one from Long Island, the MP, and stuff like that.
Yes.
They see when you come back clean, you have to really some damage what was done. You have to go back and condemn them. Mm-hmm. Don't try to associate yourself too much with certain people and stuff like that. To make the people them now look to see that, hey, well, yes, I was there before, but now I can do better and I condemn the things that they really do. The same man opened the door for them. I mean the window and stuff like that. So everybody could include one another. You said the other day, who is worthy to shake the tree and who is worthy to do what. There ain't none of them. So Shenandoah, boy, he really surprised me.
Okay.
I don't know he's carry on like that. You understand?
Yes, sir.
Carry on bad, man. You see?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, thank you, caller, for your views. Yeah. But Milo.
You know, I'm noticing, Professor, so far, nobody's buying the activity that the opposition was carrying out today. So far.
Yes.
Nobody is saying that's a good move. We're taking a step in the right direction, because we had a show, but we didn't have any legal activity. We didn't have any actions to stop what is happening and to take a new course. So we had a show, but you see what I'm saying? We didn't have any tangible action in terms of legal activity.
Yes.
You know, don't go, refuse to go unless certain things are opened up. Just don't go.
Just don't go.
The house will have to be suspended.
I believe we have another call on the line. My producer is saying to me, caller, you live on air. Go ahead, please.
Yes, good afternoon, Brother Thompson. Good afternoon, Brother Hyla.
Yeah,
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Interesting day.
Very much,
interesting
very
day.
much so.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. But like Brother Thompson was saying, we don't know why the commissioner resigned.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So I guess if there's any thing that he may have done, then I guess it may be exposed in the future. But for right now, we don't know why. But I feel as if too that maybe, because I heard them saying that that presentation or speech or whatever you want to call it that the commissioner gave recently, that it was
That was the
unprecedented.
national address.
The national address, that it was
Yeah.
unprecedented. That never before has the commissioner of police ever had a national address like that. You know, so who knows? That might have been his farewell speech. You know, when he was given that, he might have known he was going. You know, because I don't feel as if they make those type of decisions that quickly. You know, that kind of way.
Okay.
Especially that Mr. Davis said he already has someone in mind to go and replace him.
Yeah, see, I have a problem with what the Prime Minister said. I'm going to let you finish your comment because I got to
Yes, sir,
speak
yes,
to
sir,
that,
yes, sir.
but I'll let you continue.
Yes, I agree. I agree with the caller who called and said that it's that was nothing but a play.
A play, okay.
A drama, yeah, a fashion. I mean, it's some type of,
That was a done drama.
Yes, a drama. Yes, but Mr. Thompson and Mr. Hyla, there was a day when Mr. Lang, Shivago Lang, on his talk show, a couple months ago, he was talking about how the people in the House of Assembly are such great actors.
Okay.
You understand? And he was saying how they need to get an Academy Award, whatever the award is that people get for acting. You understand where I'm coming from, Mr. Hyla and Mr. Thompson?
Yes, sir.
And the thing about it is that, I always knew that they are in there just showboating and pretending and just putting on, and you know what I mean? It's all about theatrics.
Okay.
You understand? I knew that from a long time, so I was surprised to hear Mr. Lang say it like that, because if you know what I mean, the way he was sitting and laughing and cracking a joke about it, like, you know what I mean, he just was saying how he watched those fellas, and he said, boy, that man could act good. But the thing about it is that
Well, he was a part of it himself.
Yes, sir. And that's why he know, and that's why he can say, and that's why he can say when he watch them. Yeah, that's why when he can watch them, like when he can watch the Minister of Health say something about, or when you can watch the Minister of National Security say something, and they seem as if they're serious about something, and they serious, you know what I mean? You know they ain't joking.
Okay.
You know that kind of way. He knows that they only joking.
Yeah.
You see, and that's the problem. You see, because a caller had called you a few days ago, Brother Thompson. He was saying something about how our government all over the place making treaties that we don't know about.
Yes, that is correct.
Right, and see, and that's what it all boils down to. You see, the people in our parliament who we elect, they don't go in there to worry about fixing the problems. They only go in there to fulfill international agendas, and that's why the PLP and the FNM, they might seem like as if they're in opposition to each other, but notice when the PLP is in power and the FNM objects to some type of new thing that they want to introduce to the country, strongly objects to it. When the FNM is elected and next, the FNM proceeds with the same procedures that they had strong objection against.
Yes.
You understand where I'm coming from? Because see, both of them are two sides of the same coin. You know what I mean? See, they are not men when they leave the house Brother Thompson and Brother Hyler, they don't go home to try and figure out what's in the best interest of the country. When they walk out there, they go for their own business and have fun.
That's very
And when they
serious.
get back there, they pick up documents, they pick up papers that people have prepared for them, that they know what they have to do, and they just go and then present it to us. They are the ones who are there to sell us what the international community wants to put to us. You understand where I'm coming from? They are not there to give us, and that's why Brother Thompson and Brother Hyler, we must watch those quasi-government agencies. Those what they call regulatory boards. IRCA is one.
I hear you.
You understand? IRCA is a quasi-government agency. And notice now,
Yes, sir.
when they wanted to start IRCA, they brought someone in from away to write the rules and the regulations for IRCA. No Bahamian did that. They brought in an individual to do that. And that's the same with every other regulatory body you see them setting up nowadays. The regulation and the policies are written by international organizations. But these are quasi-government agencies. They have some kind of government partnership in it. And I called Mr. Lang, and I was trying to figure out for Mr. Lang, when the government is involved in a quasi-agency like that, what role is the government plays? The government only there to pay the salary? You know, but see, we can't watch these fellas, them like the man say, who doing this old fiasco, because that thing with the man, pull the day with the mace, that's comedy, man.
Okay, caller. Well, thank you for your contribution.
But one more thing, Brother Thompson, sir, please, if I may.
You got to move quickly, though.
Yes, sir. When we talk about the Bahamas, and we got to be honest now. We got to be honest. When we talk about the Bahamas reputation and how the Bahamas reputation is being damaged or whatever, our reputation was always damaged. You know what I mean? They have a cartoon out. I don't know if you saw it, Mr. Hyler. They had a cartoon out a couple of months back when the lady was talking about how when she wouldn't get rid of her husband, she'd come to the Bahamas.
Okay.
You understand? I come from this country has always been a place where they say no good thing can come from there because all of the leadership and everything is corrupt. We are built on a foundation of piracy, Brother Thompson. So let's don't act as if we are so our reputation is so spick and span, and now this incident is making us look as if we're shady. We always been shady. People come here to do crime.
Okay, thank you for your contribution, Carl. Thank you very much. Okay, we're gonna have to go to break. I got a comment on what the Prime Minister had to say because I'm very disturbed over that. This is Professor Sidney MacArthur Walter Thompson on the Global Radio Network. We'll be back after the break.
Express Yourself Live will return right after this.
Fall is here, and so are the incredible advertising deals at Global 99.5 FM. Whether you're launching a new product, promoting holiday sales, or just want to get your brand out there, we've got you covered with unbeatable rates this season. Reach thousands of potential customers and boost your business before the holidays hit. Call 326-0271 or just email sales@globalradio995fm.com to learn more about our fall advertising promotions. Global 99.5 FM, reaching customers wherever they are for your success.
Amidst the festive cheers, the management and staff of Clear Choice Home Center, located shop number 40 opposite St. Gregory's Anglican Church, Carmichael Road, takes this opportunity to extend our sincerest gratitude to our valued customers for your support and trust in our services over the years. Here's to a fantastic year ahead. Wishing you the happiest holidays from the management and staff at Clear Choice Home Center.
You know it's Christmas when the stores get all decked out. Come to the brass and leather shops and the luggage store. We've got gift ideas for everyone on your list. Quality leather goods from Land. Guess Nine Woods, Kipling, and Rioni are awaiting you. We have manicure and pedicure sets, gifts for the kids, sell accessories, and furry slippers for those with cold feet. It is all here to make your Christmas shopping easy and special. We can't wait to see you. The Bahamian feel-good food in the right atmosphere. Breakfast, lunch, or dinner, whichever you choose. It's the Cricket Club Restaurant at Haynes Point, West Bay Street. The food is off the chain. Bahamian breakfast. We talking stew cow, stew fish, and sheeptown sauce. And for lunch, crab soup, okra soup, and pea soup and dumpling. Man! And for dinner, they got mahi seafood platter or steak and shrimp. Only $28.95 per person. Breakfast, lunch, or dinner at the Cricket Club Restaurant. Call 326-4720 for reservations. Oh, and don't forget, there's a live band, The Magic Touch, every Friday night. See you there.
Great news! Ron's Electric Motors' new location on Cowpen Road, right next to Island Luck, is open Saturdays and Sundays. So for those needing repairs on electric motors, generators, welding machines, water pumps, battery chargers, electric lifts, transformers, and power tools, Ron's Cowpen Road location can have you up and running on weekends. Don't forget, you can still visit Ron's Electric Motors on Wolf Road and Claridge Road, and now Ron's new location on Cowpen Road. Dial 356-0249 or 323-5267.
Steve Harvey here from the Steve Harvey Morning Show. Everybody knows that I love to chill out with great music. There's only one place you can get this. Tonight at 7 p.m.
As soon as you clock off from work, make sure you lock right into me. I'm Lenny Green from The Quiet Storm, inviting you to come on over. I've got all of that R&B ear candy that you love. Plus, we'll engage in conversations inside a confession of love and so much more. And you never know who's going to drop by. It's The Quiet Storm, all getting underway tonight, 7 o'clock, right here on Global 99.5. I'm Lenny Green from The Quiet Storm.
From East Street to Blue Hill Road, it's your chance to join the discussion of today's issue. Let your voice be heard. Speak your mind and express yourself. Call in and participate at 326-0271 or 326-0272. WhatsApp us your concerns on 809-2310. Follow us live on Facebook and globalradio99.5fm.com. Express yourself.
We are back. This is Professor Sidney MacArthur, Walter Thompson on the Global Radio Network 99.5 FM. I believe Mr. Blue said we have a call on the line. Call you live on air. Go ahead, please.
Yes, good afternoon, Professor.
Hey,
good
what's happening?
Mr. Hyler.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon.
Listen, caller, one of my callers told me I got a lot of explaining to do when I said support the Prime Minister and support the commissioner, the former commissioner of police. And
go ahead.
I wasn't even expecting this, what I heard today. But I got to go by what the evidence presents itself. Because I believe the commissioner, and I believe what the Prime Minister said. But I got to speak to the issue the Prime Minister things he said today. But you go ahead with your comments.
Okay, yeah, well, that's appreciated that you would, take their words to however level you want to take it.
Yes.
But as for me, Professor, I just tuned in recently, and I heard Mr. Hyler say that a lot of your listeners are not into what happened today.
Okay.
You see, and that speaks volume. Let me tell you why. We, as a Bahamians now, we didn't see for the past 51 plus years that the only thing they do, there's a bunch of actors. They didn't get their Grammy, they didn't get their Emmy, they didn't get all of that.
Yes, sir.
And we still haven't moved forward as a country because why is it that we still got running pump water on the side of the road? Hospital in work. I ain't even going there, but we know. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I understand you clearly.
So I don't really want to listen or hear anything that any one of them from either side have to say, because why? When they get in, it's what they want to do is what matters and what must get done. So they could go through all the hoopla, they could have thrown the mace, they could have turned the whole house upside down. It wouldn't make me no difference.
Yes.
Only thing I'm looking forward to, listen, you, Mr. Prime Minister, ring the bell.
Okay.
That's all. Ring the bell. So we can get rid of you and your cohorts called the FNM.
Yeah.
We get rid of all of y'all. We don't need y'all in there no more. We need a new way in running this country. Because y'all ain't do nothing new over the past 51 plus years. I ain't staying long, but that is the gist of what I'm saying.
Yes, sir.
We don't need them no more. And as far as I'm concerned, only thing they doing, they just tuning up to come and lie to you and show another scene. When they come to you, talk about they want you to vote, or we could do this and we could do it. No, we beyond that. We smarter than that. we have been enlightened from various elements,
Yes.
and especially, Professor, you're bringing forth the Constitution.
Yes.
You see, and that's why I tell you, I love and appreciate everything you do concerning that Constitution, Professor. And
Thank
I mean
you.
that. I really do. Because you have opened not only my eye, brother, you opened the whole Bahamas eye on that. On the world, the whole listening audience. So that is the gist of what I have to say. Mr. Prime Minister, ring the bell so we can just, move you right along and undo a lot of the things that you have done. So this Bahama land could be for the Bahamians, not for whoever else. No foreigners.
No
but
foreigners.
for Bahamians.
No aliens, no outsiders.
You see? So,
Yes, sir.
so Professor, you could carry on smartly. Say what
Yeah,
you have
but-
to say.
Oh, I have to comment on what the Prime Minister said. No doubt about that. But
All right,
thank you for your contribution.
Yes, sir. Y'all have a blessed day.
Yeah, okay.
Thank
All
you.
right. Yeah,
Thank you very much.
I'm extremely disappointed in what the Prime Minister said in the House of Assembly today. I am extremely disappointed. I had said to the Bahamian people, support the Prime Minister. And, I got a lot of flack from this. And I meant what I said at the time. See, I could come back and if I made a mistake, well, then I could say I made a mistake. I said it in the context that the Prime Minister being the leader of the country, we have a national crisis, support him. I said the same thing about the commissioner. He is the chief of police, support him. Now we have a situation where, I believe we have a caller on the line. Let me let this caller come in, then I can get back to what I want to say. Caller, you live on air. Go ahead, please.
All right. Sorry, Professor. Love you. Ken Alana from Freeport.
Yes, sir.
Professor, come to final couple months ago, you was the best thing happened to me. I'm not repeating what the gentleman just said about his constitution, because it's very important.
Yes.
That's what's going to run the world, and that's what we're supposed to go by, because every state and every part of the world have a constitution, and there's a reason for it. So thank you, and I see you in a different light. Okay, I love you. So now with Chicago line, couple year or two ago, I heard him say the same speech. They bunch of actors. So I'm in tune like everybody else. Yeah.
Yes.
So and all that there. So the day when you see Professor, when they bring in the fat man outside. See, I'm an actor. When they bring in the fat man outside, the politician, the PM, he laughing. He was laughing, like smiling. All this is a joke. We can see that clear. Man, we can act better than that. Yeah. So what I'm saying is, they're playing with our life because it's being staged. They're playing with our life. They're playing with us. It's so sad. And they overthrowing everything that's happening, the real stuff. All this year, getting us away from the real stuff what's going on. And 8 Mile Law, they have 3 kids almost got adopted yesterday by kidnappers.
Yeah, you're
now,
quite right.
If we watching all over the world and going on in the world, you think it ain't happening here? You got to wake up.
Yes,
and gentlemen, the guys there who's sitting there, I love you. I listen to you. You young like me. Yeah, smart. Yeah. Y'all have a good day. Yeah.
Thank you, caller, for your contribution, and thank you for your confidence. The other caller who called in. Bahamians, I want to be honest and upfront. I'm very disappointed with the remarks I heard the Prime Minister made in the House today. Because he said he met with the commissioner. I don't know who went to who. We're not sure of that. And he accepted the resignation from the commissioner. Was the commissioner asked to resign? When was this resignation accepted? When did this all come about? Because the man gave us the speech on Sunday. And I accepted what he said, and I believe he said he would be there straight through this crisis. Now we understand the Prime Minister is telling us that he has someone in mind already. He met with the leader of the opposition here. The Constitution says he's to consult with. But if you got someone in your mind, you don't need to consult with him anymore. What's the point? You're just playing out an acting game if you were to do that. They are supposed to meet constitutionally and consult with each other on the position of the not the Prime Minister, but the Commissioner of Police. The commissioner is an independent personality in the Constitution. I just don't like the way how they're going about it. He's not acting constitutionally. Not in this case, Bahamian. He said he wanted me to demand, put his name in the letter, say give it to the man, tell him meet me over there in the building across the road from the House of Assembly. A quick notice like that. Come on, man. What are you saying?
Over such a weighty matter.
It's an extremely weighty matter. And the Prime Minister is taking it so casually. I'm very disappointed. Who met with who and what are the circumstances of this resignation? We don't know that. Did the commissioner say he wanted to resign? Well, he could have told us that on Sunday. What happened from Sunday up to now or even before then?
The circumstances are important.
The
for sure.
circumstances
Definitely.
are very important. But
Definitely.
we're not hearing that from the Prime Minister.
Professor, I wouldn't believe that Mr. Clayton Fernando would have resigned and have no further comment or explanation.
I can't believe that myself. Because based on what he said on Sunday, I believed it. I came on the air, and Monday was, my Constitution Day. And I said to the Bahamian people, after even what we heard the Prime Minister say in the House before, I said, give your support to the Prime Minister of the country. Give your support to the Commissioner. Now, today, everything is topsy-turvy. The Prime Minister has muddied the water by his actions today. Muddied it. You already determine who you want to be. I mean, you're not taking this thing seriously. No wonder why the people are saying that you're playing games with them. And I don't like that at all. I think our leaders ought to be fair and open. And they like to talk about transparency. I don't know why they keep using that word, but I don't see it.
They love to say it. Almost every speech that was given.
Every speech they have, they talk about
accountability
and
transparency. Yeah.
Where is the transparency and accountability in this particular action that ought to have been done a certain way? He already determined who he wants. And it can be done today? I mean, what are you saying to me?
Professor, this is some of the most comments I've ever seen on Facebook. If you don't mind, I know we have a clip to play too.
True, yeah. But
many comments.
Well, we're going to deal with those comments because I told my producer I got to hold all those tapes over.
Okay.
Because we ain't going to play no more of them because he got a few of them. Yeah. And I have to comment further on the Prime Minister. But go ahead with the clips anyhow.
Okay. Knowles is saying, seeing is believing. And we are seeing corruption and cover-up. Johnson is asking, what was so wonderful about that speech, Mr. Thompson? Again, Knowles, finesse.
Let me answer him. If he asked what's so wonderful about it. Okay. I believe what the man said. That's what's wonderful about it. I think he was being, well, let's put it this way.
Yeah.
I believe what the commissioner said. I thought he was, well, someone said that he was a kid doing, don't send a kid to do a man's job.
Oh, my goodness.
That is what one of our personalities who was on air said that. I don't think of the commission like that. I believe what he said.
I hear you.
What the heck you expect me to believe?
I was hoping the best too.
And I was hoping for the best too because he said he would be there. You don't give up on the fight.
No.
That's what he told me.
That's up, man.
What more you want me to believe? You want me to say was, no, I won't use that word. But the thing is that, yes, Facebook person, I believe what he said. Okay, go ahead.
So, another comment, we are being finessed by words. They're looking for a fall guy now. Another statement, say trafficking is only part of the issue. It gets deeper with wire fraud, money laundering, embezzlement, which indicts members of the PLP and FNM, and then law enforcement and businessmen. So they're saying that it's more coming. Said these gangsters are scrambling to get a handle on this before the rest of these indictments come down. The FBI disturbed the nest to see what hops out and who does what. Another statement, this and past governments don't respect the people. Someone said exactly.
Okay.
Then someone is mentioning a live. Johnson is saying that Mr. Bain is having a live and there are over 400 people on the live.
Oh, okay.
Next comment, the professor is asking persons to call in. And when they do, he wants to change the person's opinion of what they think or how they should say it.
No, caller, that's not true. Don't say that to me, because I believe in the Constitution, and I quoted it today. You can impart ideas and opinions without interference, and I do that on the show. I don't try to change your opinion. I'm not going to do that. That's unconstitutional, and I know the Constitution of the Commonwealth of Bahamas better than most of you out there. So don't try to put that on me. I be very fair. When I hear what the leaders say, I believe what they say, and I watch what they do. I am extremely disappointed in what the Prime Minister said today.
This is interesting here, Professor.
Yeah, go ahead.
He said, yes, somebody is agreeing, Professor. Yes, Professor, all those plans that the Chief of Police had on Sunday night, he had no intention to resign, or he obviously was forced. That's how they
Okay,
feel.
all right, okay. That's a fair comment if that's how they feel. But I believe the Prime Minister ought to be a little bit more open with us about this resignation. Because, see, so many things, that's why I listened carefully to the words, how he worded the thing, man. There's so much that is lacking from it.
And he put a lot into it. You know?
Yes. And then this thing will look like it's going to wrap up the day. You can just meet with the leader of the opposition, and you know, you could come if you want to come. Come on, what are you trying to tell me? What the heck are you trying to tell me if you could come if you want to come? What is this, man?
It's messy, is what it is. It's messy.
All he has done was muddied the water.
Muddy the water.
And Bahamians, you know, see, my callers told me I was going to get a lot of flack for saying that. And I accept it. But I have to be honest with you too, Bahamians, being the host of the show. So if you think I made a mistake, I apologize to you. If I had hurt anybody's feelings, I apologize to you. But the point is, I believe our leaders ought to be upfront and straightforward with us in terms of dealing with our national affairs. Caller, you live on air. Go ahead, please.
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Good day.
Yeah, Professor.
Yes, sir.
I know you were sworn by the commissioner and the prime minister. Well, we, as beings, us, we listen to social media. We don't listen to ZNS. We don't watch what the prime. Because first of all, they don't know the Constitution just like you.
Okay.
And they can lie to us. And if you believe in them, you believe lies. Like I said before, the PLP and FNM, they are the same party. They are corrupt. And right now they're playing a little clown show with us right now. That's why I said on another radio station, United States government, FBI didn't call the names down.
Yes.
And you wouldn't be surprised who implicated in it, who all involved with it. Hello?
Yeah, we're listening here.
Yeah, good point.
Yeah, like I said before, don't worry about it. Like I said, you believe it. My mother even believe the prime minister said. But us, who young, we don't believe nothing what they say.
Wow.
They listen, your actions more different than with your words.
Okay.
And if you keep traveling on the word, you do a bunch of stupidness and producing us like this, some kind of little puppy show and stuff. We never believe you. Like I said before, if they think they fooling someone, they fooling themselves.
Well,
but like I said, just keep low. Trust me. You know the Constitution. The government don't know the Constitution, and that's what bugging them right now. So don't worry about it. Don't worry about it because you believe what they say. Just keep believing what you believe in.
But I certainly believe in the Constitution. Yes. And Bahamians, I'm going to really work hard this time around. I have to carry it up a couple notches.
And open up your eyes, yeah? Open up your eyes.
But thank you very much. And Bahamians, please learn the Constitution. I'm going to work very hard at helping you to understand it, breaking it down in simple, basic, fundamental language, particularly in choosing the right persons to represent it. Because right now we've wasted 51 years of our lives. 51 and a half years for January the 10th coming up. Bahamians, if this is the way you feel about the personalities who've been governing your place, we're in very serious trouble. We must make better choices, Bahamians. I'm extremely disappointed in what the Prime Minister said today. And, you know, I don't know the circumstances with the commissioner, so I can't really comment on that. But based on what he said, is a lot that is missing in that statement that he made.
Definitely. Professor, you want to, the producer's asking, you want to end with this clip? Or hold it? You want to end with?
No, I want him to hold the clips because,
Okay.
we may have some other callers calling in. Yeah. We mightn't even get the time to go through with it. Yeah, go ahead.
Well, Professor, it seems unanimous. The people are not buying into what both of the major parties are selling.
Saying, yeah.
The people are tired because this is very embarrassing and we are sinking. Financially, we are sinking. Our reputation is sinking. And this is very serious. And, so many times this year, issues were brought to the Bahamian people and it just wasn't what it's supposed to be.
Yes.
That, it happened many times this year, over and over and over again. And now it's happening again. All parties involved, Professor, I believe that they had a perfect opportunity by simply allowing the National Crime Agency of Great Britain, if they had allowed the British police to come in,
yes,
or in conjunction with the FBI, that would have shown seriousness about rooting out corruption.
Okay.
Interpol, MI5 out of London, these institutions, they are globally, in place to network.
The network, yeah.
So in contrast, just in case persons didn't hear it, I want to read again, just briefly, what is being alleged is that Bahamian officials are supporting the drug trade at every turn. That's just an allegation.
Yes.
It's just an allegation. And they're saying that the DEA was told that certain targets were off limits.
Right.
This is what the international police community is saying about our national security agents. Let me put it that way. So not necessarily just the police,
okay,
but all of them.
Now, when they spoke about Bahamian officials, did they specify what they meant by the Bahamian officials?
No, they didn't say politician or uniform branches.
Okay. All right. Okay.
But they're saying here, I'm reading directly from the article in USA Today.
Yeah. Okay.
The DEA was receiving information that contradicted their own aerial surveillance by drones. They watching things happen, moving through the waters.
Right.
And they said they're not getting the cooperation. Let's just say of the Bahamas.
Okay.
This is very.
No, that is serious.
This is a serious allegation.
Yeah, very serious allegation.
To be told that certain things are off limits. Don't touch that person. Don't go to that location. The allegations are painting the picture that we are not serious about fighting corruption. One last thing here. Protect. Okay. The Royal Bahamas Police Force have worked to stifle progress instead of protect and assist the profiting through the cocaine trade. That's what the indictment said.
Okay. Now, I'm trying to figure out. Because, see, I want to know. They allege that tons of cocaine passing through the Bahamas.
Yeah.
But they have to tell us now who is on the receiving end. The cocaine didn't stay in the Bahamas,
right, Right.
Tons of cocaine didn't stay in the Bahamas.
No.
Well, who on that other side received?
Yeah.
See, that's the part of the report they need to inform.
We need those.
We need to know that information. But I'm not saying that what they're saying is not true, but I'm just saying you have the allegations.
Yeah.
But then the point is you're putting the country in an extremely bad light. And if there are people who are doing things that are wrong, fine. Let us deal with those particular personalities. But basically, we've been hearing a one-sided story. And maybe we do have people who are acting dishonestly. But at the same time, somebody receiving the tons of cocaine.
Somebody receiving it.
Now, let's know who they are. Let us know what kind of money was being paid out. Let's put the total picture together so we could see it properly.
Professor,
make your last comment because we have the music.
All I have to say is we need to stick a big under new management sign on the Bahamas.
Yes.
And I'm agreeing with much of the audience.
Yes.
Both parties have failed us.
Well, callers, I'm going to help you to choose the right government next time around. Don't say I ain't tell you that now. I'm warning you today, man, because I am extremely disappointed what I heard today. And if you feel strongly about that, I can prove it to make sure that we have the right persons constitutionally sound to represent us in international matters and our national affairs. This has been Professor Sidney MacArthur Walter Thompson. I'll be on tomorrow. We probably have to continue with the conversation we started today because there are some other clips. Have a pleasant afternoon. Bahamians, please be safe. Don't get into no trouble. Stay out of trouble. Be a real Bahamian citizen. This is Professor Sidney MacArthur Walter Thompson on the Global Radio Network. Have a pleasant afternoon.
Global 99.5 FM reminds our listeners that the views and opinions expressed on this show are those of the host and guests and not necessarily the opinions of the owners of Global Communications Network and the operators of this radio.